Welcome back to the channel, guys. Recap on the year so far. August 2025, we're up $81,390. If you look at some of the highlights, UNH, we're up over $28,000, $29,000. Day trading this, Tesla $12,000, Nvidia $16,000. We are scalping, we're making money. Let's go over some now charts. Let's see where we can make money next week. Today, we're gonna review some Sunday stock breakdown for members. You get early access to this. So let's get right into it. QQQ. We are making all-time highs right now, currently trading almost at $583 a share. We finally had a pullback. This is the first range that we are trading in now. So watching QQQ, you're watching 572 to 583. We need to see, are we going to continue this bullish momentum up here? Finally starting to crack, trading at 577. QQQ, be careful trading this. You look at year to date and you just have to put it into perspective that overall from 401 in April all the way up to 580, the ETF QQQ is up 41%. So there's definitely something to consider. If we get a pullback, that's okay. It's healthy. Would love to see a pullback to the 567 range. Moving to SPY. SPY year to date since April, $480 per share on that tariff dip in April. Up 31% for the SPY, showing how technology stocks are favored with QQQ being up 40%. Now, focusing on the SPY, we are trading within this trend right here, about to crack it. If we pull back, I'd be looking for bullish momentum to buy around $638 per share to retest, because you have multiple touch points right here. So definitely keep an eye on that for the upcoming week. Definitely some opportunities there. Moving forward, let's look at Nvidia. Nvidia is basically stalling out at $185 per share. And when I say stalling, I say that lightly because in April we had that amazing move from basically $87 up 110% up to $183. But we are trading above, just following this EMA, 921 EMA. It is just nicely, continuously following this method right here. We are starting to top out. I want to see, are we going to start to falter a little bit before earnings and then kind of sink a little bit down to 165 would be the first retest that I would be paying attention to. And a real retest, if we can break this 165 level, would love to see a deep pullback to the 150 support range. Moving forward, AMD looking at it this week, 168 to 184. Yeah, this starting to pull back. And what you'll notice with these semiconductors, Nvidia, AMD, AVGO, they're all pulling back. They all hit their highs. You can see it here. AMD, look for a pullback to 168, 167. I'd really like one around $160 per share. We're going to mark this because I have a feeling we're going to see this in a few months. Just looking for the trend here. Now, the market has been very bullish, so you just need to be cautious of this. Just be aware of the bullish momentum. Buyers are going to continue trying to buy this. There's a lot of good news sentiment in the market right now. And currently, with double topping at 186 for AMD, look for that retest down to 168. Always got to look at SMH, the Van Eck Semiconductor ETF. We were talking about this on the WHOP channel earlier. If you're looking here, it has double topped at 302. Right here, you had two wicks trying to make new highs, 302 and 302 right here. Now we're starting to pull back. If the semiconductor ETF starts pulling back, you can bet that the Nvidia, AVGO, MU, all these semiconductors are going to start pulling back. 285 would be your support level for a retest of that long. And there's nothing wrong with that. Waiting for that pullback. You're at all-time highs. See if we get a nice little pullback in the making. I just want to bring up MU while we're doing semiconductors and we're getting through SMH as well. Looking at this year to date, $61 up to 120, up 100%. Look for that pullback. We want to see 110, 111. Just be patient with MU. MU can have nice sell-offs. 136 made a lower high right here at 129. Let's see if we start to pull back to this 111. Then I'll start to get interested. Where I'll really be interested is we finally get that pullback deep to 97, but that might take some time. Here's another stock I want to bring up, Walmart stock. This is a stock that has earnings next week. This is something that definitely has potential here. We topped out around 104, And sometimes when you look at the overall charts, you can see why this is happening. I mean, you can just go through the past, look to the left, go to the 1 year, 5 year chart, take a look on the 4-hour time frame right there. Boom, you can see we have a double top at 104 right there and right here. So you would expect a pullback here, so that's normal. Now though, with Walmart, you have these areas of touches around $100, $100 rejection, $100 rejection. Then it broke through, and now you can see Walmart is trying to accrue here. What I think could potentially happen here, this is what I'm waiting for. I want to see before earnings, are we just forming this massive bear flag? Now, it's going to be tough when you have earnings. Sometimes the charts don't always, technical analysis don't always align with earnings. I think what you could be looking for here is, do we get a pullback back to about $95 per share? That would be an excellent play going into this zone. So we'll see if we're going to bear flag right in this region right here. We'll bear flag, consolidate, and then break through maybe during earnings, retest the 94.95, and then bounce off of this level. That is definitely potential that can happen, but we just got to wait and see. Let's see how this plays out right in this region. Looking back on the 1 month, just to zoom in a little bit easier. Will we consolidate in this range and then make lower lows? The short position that I'm looking for when it comes to Walmart, because we know that we have support at $100 per share. It's a psychological level, and you have multiple touch points coming. I'd be looking for options on this. So looking at this, you're consolidating. If we do break below it before earnings, and then consolidating here, and then pushing back lower, that would be the play I'd be looking. So you're breaking this level, and then retesting it, and then confirming the rejection. So definitely keep an eye out for that as well. One stock that I think is something that we need to start considering is looking at UPS. They offer this monster 7% dividend, and just look at them on the 5-year chart. 201 down to $88 per share. Now, it's not a buy just because it has sold off, but it's down 57%. This is something that I did with UNH. I bought them around 250, 260. We have them in the YouTube portfolio. Those of you that are members of the YouTube channel know that I have them in my Robinhood plus my Fidelity account. And we had monster buys up in this region, and you saw the recent pop. We finally are getting rewarded because Warren Buffett bought. Just that buy up there is a 30% move right there within 2 or 3 months. So you can see that there's definitely a lot of opportunity here. We had this push up. It's not even testing the zone anymore. It's above 300, and it's going from there. Now let's cycle back to UPS. I get excited because in the WHOP, we've been calling out, this is my trading community that we have, we've been calling out UNH, and it's finally paying off. What I'm starting to see here is we're starting to build a little bit of a pattern here, and we're starting to curl back up. So we had this little cup, and I'm wondering if we're going to start kind of consolidating and then start pushing up a little bit higher. That's what I'm kind of waiting for. Just waiting to see where is this going to build a base, looking at UPS. And I think one of the clear rejection points is going to be right in this region around $90 per share. It is very obvious to see that we're starting to finally form a base at $84. There is some insider buying now when it comes down to it. But with UPS, you just definitely got to be cautious. But they're talking about how there is more buying opportunities, option activity that's increasing within UPS. So I'm definitely interested in this stock. I'm keeping an eye on it. My alerts are set. I want to see if we can get above $90, $95 per share. Then maybe I'll take an interest in it. I want to see, because it could potentially just start failing again. And you don't want to get caught in that fallen knife. So don't just buy something just because it is doing well in the meantime. So looking at this, Intel had that big news with the CEO meeting with the office, and now we went up to $25 per share, sold off. For me, I'm not going to be buying any Intel. I just want to bring this up to you guys. It's trading within this range of $20 to $25. I would need to see some actual positive news for it to get out of this. I mean, this is from the whole entire year. You've been trading from $20 to $25. So if you're patient and you can buy it at $19, $20 and willing to wait a few months, you might be able to get a few points out of this. That move's a little too slow for me. That's really not up to my taste. Looking at Tesla. So we're breaking down Tesla stock. In my opinion, I hold Tesla long-term in my YouTube portfolio, but it is definitely pulling back a little bit. So I definitely would be cautious here. We rejected the 350. It is trading within this zone here around $334 per share. It finally made new lows down to $327. I want to see, can we get that retest of about $320 per share? Would love to see Tesla pull back more so I could scoop up some more shares in the YouTube portfolio. If we can pull back to around that 320 range, I would like to start making entries for my long-term portfolio. Anything lower is what I would want right now. Let's see if they can push it down a little further. That would be excellent. Also, I want to break Google. Google, we got the big news coming in with their court case. So they're right now, when you look at them on a long-term trend, they are trading at the top of the channel. I was calling these guys out in April, buying around 140. We're up very big in the YouTube portfolio, which is excellent. It is trading within this range. We're at the top of the channel, all-time highs 206. So let's see where it goes. I like the idea of being patient and waiting for pullbacks, whether it's the 190 region. I want to basically get in around these, around the white or the yellow lines. We're going to dollar cost average in for more points on that. Just want to review XRP real quick. I invest in XRP. I have them in my Gemini account. You can check out the links if you want the referral. You get the 75 bucks if you sign up. Trade $100 in that, etc. Now, they're double topping at $3.50 at 320. Now they're starting to pull back. I'm waiting for my entry, dollar cost average. I'll buy some more, most likely at 270 in the long-term portfolio. It's something I'll be looking at. And looking at ETH, making all-time highs with Tommy Lee boosting it up. And with the BMNR, that stock we'll review next after this, making highs at 4,700, starting to pull back. That's pretty healthy. We've had this high before. I want to see, are we going to start to falter back? I'll start adding around 3,800, looking for this support level here. Looking at BMNR, this has a ton of positive momentum going on. It basically went from $2 in June of 27th all the way up to 160. So you got to be cautious buying stocks like this. I feel like this is a pump and dump. Just be very careful. You're rejecting these points here at $69, potentially pulling back from 55 all the way down to 31. So be cautious. Just want to bring up some of these stocks to you, some of these levels that I am looking at. The big one that I'm looking at that I think is a good potential trade here is UNH stock. I'm up over $30,000 just day trading them this year. I'm not a buyer up here at 305. I was accumulating shares down at 240, 250, and 270. So I'm going to continue to buy shares. But I want to see a pullback. We have that brand new news of Warren Buffett buying. Let's see if it can hold 300. If it can hold 300, let's look for the break. Consolidation at 300 and then rejection back down to 282 is what I want to see. For a consolidation back up is where I will start accumulating more shares around $280. Guys, that's just my stock breakdown. Please leave a comment in the section below. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And last but not least, let's talk about BBAI. This is kind of like our community stock that we invest in the WHOP. It's BBAI, Big Bear AI Holdings. They had their earnings report, didn't go so well as planned, sold off from $7 down to $4.73. Definitely keeping an eye on them now. If they get a pullback to $5, I'm going to accumulate shares. I had them at $3.80, sold them at $6. Now I'm looking to get back in. Actually forming this little flag here, and now it's actually starting to break out, which is nice to see. So maybe with the positive, they need to actually just make more money is really what it is as a company, and then this will start to flourish a little bit. But they're burning cash flow like crazy. Their revenue decreased. Earnings per share was worse than expected. So for me, that's why I didn't buy shares at this dip at 473 in the beginning, because I was trying to see where it was going to go from there. But we'll give it some time. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Please sign up, subscribe, join the WHOP. I'll see you in there. Thanks so much.